Sanātana Dharma, Hinduism. Chapter 2. What are the different sects in Hinduism and why are there so many? For someone new to Hinduism, the divisiveness of sects and philosophies can seem confusing and maybe even overwhelming. Due to its apparent complexity, Hinduism is sometimes mistakenly labeled polytheistic. However, such a conclusion overlooks the depth and sophistication of its philosophical traditions. The multiplicity of sects did not arise merely because of the number of deities. Rather, they emerged from different interpretations of profound metaphysical ideas. Over centuries, these interpretations evolved to suit diverse temperaments and intellectual inclinations. The age of the tradition certainly contributed to its diversity, but the real distinction lies in how fundamental principles are understood. Before we try to understand the different sects and their philosophies, let us quickly recap what we have captured so far. In our earlier episodes, we had established the existence of an underlying conscious intelligence which is both the material cause and efficient cause of this creation. In the Vedanta philosophy, it is called the Brahman, and when it is personified, the same is referred to as Ishvara. We understood the material cause with the clay and the pot analogy, and that how Brahman is the substance from which the world is created, similar to how clay is the material for a pot. Pertaining to efficient cause, we saw how Brahman is the conscious agent or intelligent designer, the will behind the creation, similar to how a potter is the agent who shapes the clay. We also established how in this world the only thing we are certain of is our own existence, our own self, called Jiva or Jivatma, and everything else, the external world we perceive, called the Jagat, is a subjective experience of the self. Having concluded as such, leads us to the following questions. What is the relationship between Brahman and Ishvara? What is the relationship between Brahman and Jagat? What is the relationship between Brahman and Jivatma? Based on how one interprets these relationships, the underlying philosophy changes. Broadly, they can be grouped into three major philosophical frameworks: Dvaita, dualism; Vishishtadvaita, qualified non-dualism; Advaita, non-dualism. Although in Hinduism there are very many nuanced variants within each of these frameworks, we may consider any of the Hindu philosophy closer to one of these three. In the subsequent chapters, we will explore each one by one. The magic of Hinduism lies in the fact that even though these philosophies differ from each other, where sometimes interpretations are orthogonal to each other, they all still converge to the same underlying principle.